the show, she asked me, Carlos Andreas Gomez is your stage name, right? I mean, I've never met a Hispanic who looks like you, so what's your real name? To which I reply, Zach, actually. Zach Morris. But I thought it'd be a lot cooler to use a Spanish name. It's a pretty smooth stage persona, though, isn't it? And I'll let you in a little secret. I have much better luck with the ladies using it. She doesn't laugh. Maybe detects sarcasm, sucks her teeth, and leaves. Offended. I've got a question for you, Princess Anonymous. What exactly does a Hispanic look like? Do I need to look like Juan Valdez and sell Folgers in the TV commercial? Sift my fingers through Colombian coffee beans I picked myself, sitting on the back of my reliable mule Conchita next to a broke-down chiva and an oversized sombrero for me to look Latino or like a Hispanic, as you say. And what is a Hispanic exactly? I could guess what you mean and assume that it's a low-priced gardening tool like the one buried in a shed behind your Victorian summer home, or that invisible harvesting instrument that picks all of your grapes for you and has to survive on slave-wage plantations without unions, bathroom breaks, or vacation. Or maybe when you say a Hispanic, you mean your stand-in parent. That person who raises your kids for you when you're tired of being a mom. That mouthless set of infinite hands and knees that scrubs the shit from your toilets and throws away the used condoms when you forget to hide them. And I don't have a backyard or a lover on the side, or kids for that matter, so maybe I just haven't had the need yet, but I haven't come across a Hispanic thus far in my life, nor have I met a black, a Chinaman, or a towel-headed Arab anytime recently either. But I have met Latinos. Proud of the vibrant quilt we've had to weave over centuries across an endless cemetery that cradles our past, a swollen dust underneath our souls, wherever we stand, that we nickname home, twisting roots at war, looking for nothing else but to be held. You know, held like a family grasping onto each other because they've left behind everything and only have each other left. Arriving on Mars without a guidebook or a map. I have met Latinos who people think are Aboriginal in Patagonia, East Asian in Chile, West African in La República Dominicana, Scandinavian, Argentina, Native American in Colombia. I have met Latinos who look like Juan Valdez and can't speak a word of Spanish. Others who look like Hillary Duff with a mother who looks like Hillary Clinton that are from Paraguay and teach Spanish grammar in Puerto Rico. Latinos who speak Quechua and nothing else. Dance cumbia like the horizon is on fire because of them, and now they're trying to burn tomorrow to the ground. I have met Latinos who cook like their broken English moms and mispronounce their own last names. Colombians who don't know who Gabriel Garcia Marquez is. Dark-skinned Dominicans who hate Haitians because they remind them that they're African. Blue-eyed Cubans. Blue-eyed Cubans who spit poetry about revolution and mean it. Living with two parents in Miami who lost their mansions in the 1950s to it. I don't tattoo my body because my veins are already too full with ink. Passion-rich pigments that can't help but pulse and flow. Look at my heart, you short-sighted fool. I mean, really, look at it. Cut open my chest and stare at that proud glow and then ask me if I look Latino.
Shit, I decided to do this poem because I heard a couple Japanese poets today and it really, really inspired me. I know I was saying I'm all Japanese, this, that, but it's different when you're isolated in the South and you're fully Japanese, but you're not from Japan. So this is for you guys. Thank you guys. My parents immigrated to the United States in 1979. They were the only ones on each side of their family to leave their loved ones and homeland. They gave birth to me and my older sister and have been living here happily ever since. See, I was born on November 16, 1990 in Durham, North Carolina. The controversy began the moment I opened my eyes and took my first breath. I glanced at my grandmother talking to me. I saw my history and could hear Japanese, but I inhaled America and the doctors tricked me into thinking that English was my native language. My middle name is Masao, which means good husband, and that always makes the girl smile. I speak conversational Japanese, but I can't read or write, so I gotta talk to all my cousins in spoken word. And it's funny that this poem is the only thing that I have to offer to the land that my blood trickles from. You see, on March 11th, an earthquake with a magnitude of 8.9 struck the northeast coast of Japan. It angered the waters and made the ocean furious at the way we treat her mother. I sat back and watched the tsunamis on CNN the same way I watched Haiti, New Orleans, and Indonesia, like a sympathetic angel getting a glimpse of hell on the Saturday night news. When I found out what happened, I assured everybody I was fine. My family hadn't been affected because they lived further south of the island and my parents hadn't called me yet, but see, I knew something was wrong. There had been an 18-wheeler parked in my heart from the moment I put down chopsticks and paid attention to the forks in the road. I didn't know why I was so numb, like a truck driver waking up on anesthesia after a collision between Japanese parents and American pop culture. I've been in a 20-year coma, but I woke up the moment that I got home and spoke with my mother. You see, the way that she was frowning, I could tell she wanted to go back. Her face gave me a shrug like the shoulders of a little girl the moment a social worker asks why she ran away from home in the first place. Wow. I said, all of our family is okay, right? They live further south of the island. Jojo wa wakaran tomo. Soko de umarete nai kara. I don't think you'd understand. You're not from there. Wow. I wanted to cry. My tears were playing Red Rover with my ducks still stuck in a carefree conscience like an American childhood. See, I write and recite poetry to express my emotions, but the problem is now I can't feel anything. Yeah. I was never connected to my motherland. I kept looking at news updates on my iPhone like holding a stepbrother's umbilical cord. Wow. Realizing that this is proof I am birthed from an American womb. See, I am a star-spangled banner with a red hole in it. Straight Japanese, but raised in a foster country that tells you to forget where you're from instead of embracing the things that you never had. But see, I'm gonna start searching for my own heart so I can finally find a place to call home.
Yeah.
Kind of sad. Last poem, and they were like, do something like uppity, and I was like, I ain't got no uppity shit. Like, but thank you guys so much. Y'all wanna know who won?
Yeah. No, don't care.
I look like. No, really. Fuck I look like. I look like you got me fucked up is what I look like. You looking at me like I'm not supposed to be standing here next to you. Like, we in the same class, but your idea of advanced is too advanced and my mind can't match you. I think it's my vernacular. How I got half the consonants and twice the apostrophes, so my philosophy can't be valid. Like I speak slave and you speak slave master. This isn't a plantation, it's a classroom. White people think they run shit because they got money to buy a thesaurus. You say gargantuan, I say big as shit. Big as shit, it don't really matter. I guess AP stands for asshole pretentiousness. And if you don't know what that means, look it up, find a synonym. You like doing that shit. You also seem to like judging a book by the color of its author, because apparently Maya Angelou is inferior due to her grammatical errors. But white man Mark Twain can write a whole novel with nothing but grammatical errors, and that shit is a literary masterpiece. Well, I can't help but to pardon my people's slang, because real niggas ain't real niggas if they don't got a twang. I want to apologize. I want to apologize for me mugging from the back of the classroom, talking about existentialism like a motherfucking boss. It's not your fault. Niggas can't vibe with me either, because as soon as I raise my hand for anything other than a bathroom break, I become a weirdo. And God forbid I excel, a 4.0 means I'm 4 shades lighter, because apparently intelligence is a white trait. At least that's what I've gathered. This one girl asked me, Why would I use big words? So I can sound like you? You know what I sound like? Like I've read a book before. I act smart, so I act white. So I can't be black and be smart because black people are dumb. All this is self-hate. And to them that's acceptable because white people told us niggas not to read 300 years ago, and now niggas telling other niggas not to read. What are we afraid of? It's like you think giving 100% means getting 100 lashes, and my people don't even know that we're working with our oppressors, just passing on the torch, but we can't pass the bar because the bar's been set so low we are crushing under the weight. And you expect me to cut class and get an F just to perpetuate the stereotype that's been instilled through this bullshit curriculum? Fuck I look like. Stupidity with my melanin, nor will I ever sacrifice my skin for the white man's standards. So never ask that I speak for anyone but me, represent anything but what I stand for, and fight for anything but what I believe in. And if anybody ever expects me to do anything but be myself, they got me fucked up.